We're speaking this morning to Clara and Tharmaraj from Eagle's Wings Private Nursing and Caregivers. Thank you so much for speaking to us on the Light Breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we found, Tharmaraj, you actually wrote in to us on light.my and you want to ask us to help promote this business that you have. So you run this business with your mom.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Now, maybe we can start all the way in the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about your life growing up, Clara?
I was brought up in a middle class. Yeah. And we are 6 of us, siblings. And my father was working in the immigration office. So, when I was young in school days, I used to read my storybooks a lot. Then this comes this Nightingale of stories,
Florence
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale, which really inspired me. The way that she loved the sick people, the way she cares, and all this. So that really was in my mind. So after school, and then I went for a course, started working in the hospitals. And these Eagle's Wings, then I left hospital after many years. And I wanted to start on my own because my friends were having some nursing homes themselves. They encouraged me why not you why not you open a nursing home agency or something like that. I said for nursing home, I don't have manpower to open a nursing home. So I said the agency will be much better.
Okay.
Yeah. By then my son grew up and to help me a lot. Yeah, without him, I wouldn't have done this. Yeah, this company to grow.
Oh.
And,
so he was the inspiration behind you
yes,
starting
he and
this.
he and also my brother, youngest brother, who always backed me up. So because I can't handle myself alone, you see. So I need a manpower.
Dharma, how long do you have nursing or medical background?
Sorry?
Does
Yeah,
Dharma
nursing and medical background.
for Dharma
About
for me?
yeah.
No. My background is actually in accounting and finance.
Right. So you do the business side of things, is it?
Yes, exactly. So I do the business, the website stuff, and all kinds of things.
Okay. So as the only child, what did you think of your mom as a nurse back then?
I've always seen my mom work very hard as a nurse. She's always shown a lot of dedication. I've actually been with her sometimes to patients when I was very young. Been to her to patients' house and all this. So I've seen the relationship she has with patients. It's very, very loving, caring, kind of mutual kind of relationship. So I really admired that growing up. So I knew she had that passion and that desire. And then so once she opened up her own agency. That was what I could see as well when she was running the agency as well.
Okay. But Clara, when you were a nurse, you visited people at their homes as well, your patients?
When I was a private nurse.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it about the nursing profession that you enjoyed the most?
The patients who are sick, you see, they need more attention, more love, more caring. Yeah. So sometimes the families cannot, fulfill that. So that's the time that we are very very loving to them. Be caring and all that. Even it's the old age people who are having a stroke and all that, they can speak. So we have communication. We share stories. They tell us about their old stories. I really enjoyed that doing, and also my nursing, my service with them.
Is that what most older people want? Just a companion to speak to
Yeah.
and all that?
Yes.
Yeah. Not so much food and like someone to
No.
feed them or whatever. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay. So you are there to speak to them like they're like their
Yes.
therapists.
Or their friend. They just
Yeah,
need
or
a
a
friend, right?
friend.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Now I will teach my nurses whom I'm supplying for the homes, private hospitals, government hospitals, those who wants the individual nurse. So I will train them to be loving and caring, the most.
Okay. But what qualities though would you when you are choosing your nurse for your private nursing service,
Mm.
what qualities or characters do you see in them before you say that okay, you can be a nurse?
Yeah, I will interview them first. Yeah, to see whether they are suitable for this client of mine. Yeah, then I will.
Yeah, but what do you look for? I mean, like, is it a kind face? Is it because people at interviews they can say one thing, but they might not actually be the real thing, right? What is it that you look for in a person?
Can't hear. I can't get
Is it
you.
what you look for in a person when you're going for when you're choosing a nurse?
When they're choosing a nurse, first thing they look for a person who are loving to their family members,
Mm.
who are caring, and who's very responsible kind of person. Always this about three. They have to be loving, caring, and responsibility.
Okay. Uh do do you do they have to have a nursing certificate or some form of a nursing degree as well?
Yes, they have to,
Okay.
So basically, they
because
come to
we
you
deal.
for extra.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
It's a little softer than Bell.
Really? Okay, I wonder why. Okay,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yes, Clara.
Okay. So when they come to see you, that means they already have a base nursing degree, but then they come to you to learn more.
Uh, Made.
No, not really to learn more. Basically, yeah, whenever we hire nurses, of course, they have to have the proper qualifications, and we just give them that extra soft skills training
Right.
to make sure that they can cope. Because sometimes the atmosphere in a hospital and the atmosphere at home is very, very different.
Mm.
You know, at hospitals you take care of a lot of patients, and at home you're focused on one. So you
Mm.
need that interpersonal relationship with your patient and with your client as well. I mean, the family.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that extra soft skill boost we give them before they start the job. But of course, the base qualifications, the base necessary training, medical training, they have to have before joining Eagle Swings.
Okay. Now, what were
Yep.
some of the challenges that you both faced when you first started Eagle Swings?
Oh, that was tough.
How many years ago was that?
That
Five
was
years,
five.
about 5 years, like yeah, about 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years.
Okay. So, what
Yeah,
were some of the most difficult things about starting a business like this?
because the competition was becoming very high.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the competition was becoming very high, and then we were a kind of shortage of nurses. So we will get clients, but then we will difficult to get nurses. But thank God that then through my friends and all that, so we started to recruit the nurses for ourselves, and then we started getting clients as well. And then through my son, advertisements. Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, we went through
Yeah,
social media and stuff like
social
that.
media.
Mm. How about from your end, Tama? What were some of the challenges for you to be working with your mom?
Okay, so actually, the first challenge, right, when I started to help out my mom was we didn't have a proper online presence. We were going through, word of mouth, which is good. People refer you, and that's the main sort of driver for our, business development. But as far as online presence goes, we didn't have much. So I started building Facebook and all. Of course, it's very easy to do. And then I realized we needed a website, so I had to learn how to build a website. So
You
those
built
kind of
it
things.
yourself?
Yeah, yes. But very simple one, very simple one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some help from my friends, and then they gave me some guidance. But yeah, the design of it I did it myself.
He's a very smart guy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but that was the challenge for on my end lah, like trying to learn all these aspects of business that I never really dabbled in before. So try to learn all that.
So now it's a proper business. But who's CEO, who's COO, CMO, all this kind of OOO.
CFO, that's the most
Yeah,
important
right.
one.
Okay, we don't have a proper functional C-suite.
Right.
My mother is the founder and the CEO lah. She runs effectively most areas of the business, as well as the nurses, hiring, and this and that. For me, on my end, I wouldn't call myself a CFO, but I handle most of the financial stuff.
Because you're an accountant.
Yes.
Yeah, without him, I wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
But the thing, people always say, like, working with family is always very, like,
Tricky.
yeah, because when you argue about the business, then also personal feelings come in. How did you work it out?
Well, we give in and take.
But
Yeah.
you're the mom, though, Clara. Shouldn't you, like, no, I'm the mom, you listen to what I say? Is that how it works? That you're the mom, you always tell him you are the boss? Oh, no. I think I lost him.
It does happen sometimes.
Oops.
The video has
Internet.
Not always.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, the internet
Oh,
is
no.
lagging a
Our
bit.
internet
Yeah.
is- Sorry, our internet is a bit.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
God. But who makes the ultimate decisions, though? Because, Clara, you are the big boss and you're the mom, in a way. Do you tell, no, what I decide, you have to follow?
Sometimes, yes. For some, yeah. I can't deny that. Yeah.
So Tama, you have no choice but to listen to your boss at home
Yeah.
and at work.
Yeah, at home, yeah, lah. At work, yes. Most decisions I defer to her.
Right.
Okay. Who were your first clients then, Clara? Were they friends and family, or like did you have to take care of these elderly on your own at that time when you first started?
When I was on, he was a stroke patient. Many years bedbound. Then, many years. So he can't speak. He can't see. He can't talk.
Mm.
So I was nursing him with my friends. Yeah. So kind of like we used to treat him like a baby,
Mm.
though he's an adult. We used to just love him so much. We play with him, kind of this. And he can recognize each and every one of us while looking after him.
Okay.
So any new nurse comes in, he doesn't like it. He will close his eyes, So kind of that. Even the family doesn't like new nurses. So they prefer the old nurses to rotate and take care of their dad.
How
Yeah.
many nurses did you start with?
I only started with about 4 or 5.
Oh, that's a lot. I thought you were on your own at that time.
No.
And how did you recruit all these other nurse friends of yours?
I will start. My doctors started to refer cases to me also, my ex-bosses. Yeah, so then I started to, send these girls out to take care of the clients.
Okay.
So, because how long did you work in the hospitals for? I mean, you must have a very good relationship with your doctors.
How long do you work in hospital?
I worked in about one hospital about 5 years, 4 years.
Mm.
It's kind of thing.
But in total, you were
Total about maybe about 15 years.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
So these were all with public and private hospitals.
Yeah, public and private hospitals. Yes.
Okay. And was there a case or a story that led you to think that, hey, maybe I can do private nursing service? Was there a case that you thought, okay, I have to go and take care of this person at his house, and then it made you feel like, okay, maybe I can do this for a living instead?
Yeah, I did it myself. At first, I tried myself, also with my girls along. And only now I'm only staying in the house and organizing to supply the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
But was there one particular moment when you were still working as a nurse in a public or private hospital, and you were like, I think I need to go out because these patients, they need more than just this kind of care. They need love. They need extra care. Was there one moment?
No, because I was enjoying my hospital nursing also. Yeah,
Okay. But why did
because
you why did you leave the hospital then?
because the other side, my friends were encouraging me to come out. You see, to be on my own, and then you see the other side, a lot of individual patients that they need nursing cares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is why I came out.
Okay. So Clara, how many nurses do you have working at Eagle's Wings Nursing now? And how many
Now,
people are you caring for?
now I got about 8 of them.
8 nurses. And how
Yeah,
many clients are you?
clients I have about 6 of them, and one passed away yesterday, so I have 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
That's sad to hear.
Do you get upset when your clients pass on?
Well, people who are very in a short term with me, well, I don't really feel sad or what, but people who are in a long term with me, yes, definitely I will feel sad.
Okay. How about that patient that you had your first patient, the
The
stroke
stroke
patient?
patient.
Oh yeah, that was really, yeah, it really hurt us. Yeah, we went for the funeral, and the family was very. They really appreciated us. To serve them. They really honored us.
Mm,
So we were very happy and pleased, and same time was very sad also to
mm.
depart from my client.
Okay.
Not only the patients are close to us, and we know them, we eventually, the whole family will come to know us. Yes, so it is like a family, you see.
Mm. But a lot of times, I think when people think about um, private nurses coming in to take care of the elderly, this is
Mm,
mostly a day job, right? They do not live in, and they don't do other maid or helper jobs, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Because a lot of times people say, "Oh, I hire a nurse for my parents," but they expect them to wash their clothes, clean their
Yeah.
yes,
floor, and
yes,
all
we
that
come
as well.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come across such clients. Yeah.
And what do you tell them? These people who expect so much.
Yeah, we were there in that time. We have to be a firm, we
Mm,
have to tell our regulations, our company regulations.
mhm.
Yeah.
What? So what does Eagles Wings offer specifically?
What is
Ama,
it?
you want to take that? Like, what are the services being offered
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the moment at Eagles Wings?
Okay, so of course our main service comes from supplying nurses to take care of people at home, but at the side we also offer services like physiotherapy, even stuff like acupuncture,
Oh,
and traditional Chinese medicine. We have a service provider who does that as well. But yeah, our main core service is providing nurses for home care.
and does it have to be specific clients, like for example, clients who are bedridden, clients who are wheelchair bound, or can it just be senior citizen who's still living at home
It can
alone?
be anyone actually. Not necessarily bedbound, or it doesn't matter on the condition of the patient. If the patient or the client feels like this person needs care, then by all means, we've had patients who are not so serious, also like not so
Yes.
bedbound, not a stroke patient, or they're just elderly and they
Mm,
need a form of companionship, and they need someone to just make sure they don't fall over or something, and the children can't really spend that much time with them. So
mm.
in those scenarios, yeah, they need a nurse, then we'll definitely provide.
So obviously the costs and the fees all differ, right? How much would simple companionship cost, and how much would a full package cost?
Okay. Actually, our fee structure is very dependent on location as well, and the condition of the patient as well. We don't have a very objective kind of fee structure to say, this is because each case differs. We have to analyze it on a case by case basis. So if we see the condition of the patient, we see the location, see the qualifications of the nurse required. Maybe the case is so severe that they need 24 hours care.
Right.
And we have to split it over 2 nurses. So it's a very case by case basis in terms of fee structure. We have to analyze it very case. We don't have a proper
fixed structure lah. You don't have a fixed fee. Okay.
Yes.
But it starts from
starts from what? Usually our roughly we charge hourly, by the way. So unless it's a monthly case, like stay in case, our usual rates is like 15 to 18 per hour.
Okay.
Usually 18 lah. So but then again it depends. So it's around that range.
So you can stay in also. You can get a nurse to stay in your house as well.
Yeah. So those are like a monthly kind of package.
Ah, okay. I see. But I mean, in the Asian culture, right? Sometimes it's taboo to put our elderly in a home and all that. But under what circumstances would you say that it is better for the elderly to be in a home than under their children's own care?
Okay, being in this industry, I think we are very aware of the taboo. In fact, it's we're very conscious of it, but we understand also that there is sometimes some circumstance where the family would be better off if the person is in home, or if the patient herself or himself desires to be in a home. There are sometimes where older people, they say, just put me in a home because I'm surrounded by people of my own age. There's people to talk to, and you guys don't have much time. It depends. So I think it depends on the net happiness of the family itself. So if the family as a whole is happier with this, taking into the feelings of each person, then yes. But if against the choice of the person, the elderly person, then definitely it's a very taboo thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking between a home and between hiring a private nurse, let's say for my grandmother, a home would be the better option because she has peers that she can talk to, and maybe they'll do activities and all that. Do the nurse do things like that with them?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You do activities?
We do physiotherapy. We do
play games,
talk to them, and if they are able to talk, and then we will ask them how's their, childhood. So kind of build close relationships.
Do you cook for them as well?
So far, no, myself. But nowadays, the clients are demanding for the nurses to cook for them.
Okay.
So kind of, we have to please
So
them.
do your nurses cook for some
only
of your clients?
Only for the patients.
I see.
So that's an extra cost, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. But how old are the nurses? I mean, if they're able to have a conversation with the elderly, they can't be too young, right? They need to have life experience in a way, right?
Yeah. Some of them are retired nurses. Like some of them, just quit from the hospitals to do on their own. And some of them are waiting for the newly graduates. But by then they have some kind of experience.
Do you prefer
this kind of?
Sorry. Do you prefer those who are retired because they have more time and they don't have to worry about family and everything?
Yeah, they are more responsible also, and more experience. And as well, these young ones, sometimes it's a bit challenging also. Yeah.
I think nurses also need to work in a hospital for a period of time before they can actually come out and become a private nurse, right?
Really?
Yes.
Same like doctors as well. They have to work in a hospital for a period of time.
Yes. They know everything. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what does the rest of your family think of this business of yours? Is it a family affair now? It's a family business?
This is only between me and my son, actually.
Okay.
Those who I encourage him from my family is only my brother, who youngest to me, who stayed with me for some time.
Okay.
So,
How about your husband, Clara?
he is not really supportive.
Why is that?
you know,
He supports in his own way, lah. Let's just put it.
Okay.
What we mean to say is he's not so actively involved in the business, um, and it's kind of like when your spouse is doing a job, you don't get too involved in it. You just ask how's work and all this.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing, lah, with my dad. So yeah, but the only person who's actively involved in it is me on the business perspective. But rest of my family, like my uncle, my mom's brother, is very supportive, and there are other family members who support us. They share our posts on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. They give us that moral support as well, lah. So yeah, the family is quite supportive in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah. What do you think, Clara, is the most important thing that an elderly needs later in life?
later in life, like now, I'm aging also. See,
Yeah.
so the most important thing is I would like to have someone who is very caring. It is not like what you say. It's a food actually, So most of it is caring and loving, and some attention for the older ones.
Okay.
Do the elderly feel bad about having their kids take care of them, or do they expect their kids to take care of them
Some
sometimes?
of them, yeah, they do feel bad that the children's they are disturbing their children's, they're troubling their children's. You see, but some they want their family members to be near them.
Has anyone ever rejected, has any of your clients ever rejected nurses before? As in, like, they're not happy that they have a nurse taking care of them?
Yes, they have. Yeah, but by then the family has no choice. So kind of they have to adapt to it. And slowly they are okay. All depends on the nurses, how to cope with them.
But I'm sure it's not easy dealing with the elderly because, I mean, I have a 93-year-old grandma and we tried to hire her a maid, but she didn't want the maid in her
Yeah,
house at all. She said, "This is a strange person. I don't want her in the house." And she'd
yes.
rather stay on her own, that kind of thing.
Yes, we do
So
have.
how do you
We have.
deal with that if an
And
elderly
then it
person?
depends on the clients, the family.
Mm.
We can't be forcing them to have my nurse. You see, if someone is rejecting, and it's not very good for them, also. You see, yeah. So in that case, yeah, we will go according to the clients what they want.
Okay.
We
So
want
if
us
the
to,
if the family insists on your nurse taking care of this client, let's say, who's a bit difficult,
yeah, they will go
how
a tough
how do
time.
you deal with it?
Yeah, we have to go through a tough time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're paying, right? So the family, the kids want you to take care of the dad, let's just say. But the dad
Yeah,
refuses. But then the family insists and they've paid already. So have you ever had to change multiple nurses to find the
yeah,
perfect one?
sometimes yes.
Can you share with us one of the cases, maybe? One of the story?
Like a few months ago, I had one patient in the hospital, in HUKM. No. Uh, in some hospitals.
Yeah.
Then she was okay while she was in the hospital with the nurse. So once she goes back home, she rejected the nurse. She wanted to do things on her own. Yeah, and she rejected. So and then the family decided not to have the nurse. Yeah, they send the nurses back home.
Okay. Yeah. But do you worry about your patients like that?
No, it's all
There's no choice, right? Yeah.
yeah, no choice.
Okay. So now, if we have an elderly who needs medical supervision, needs some care, how do we go about hiring a nurse from Eagle's Wings? How do we contact you? How
Yeah,
do we
just
hire one?
call.
Uh, yeah. So I think the first thing we are on all the social media platforms, social Eagle Swings. We have a website. All our contact details are there, eagleswingsnursing.com. So even if you Google search Eagle Swings Nursing, we are up there. And then you can reach out to us on Facebook, give us a call, or drop an inquiry on the website, or send us an email, and we'll get into a discussion with you on what your situation is, what kind of nurse you need, and then we will send one over.
Okay. Now, maybe you can tell us also why we should hire nurses or why we should hire nurses or caregivers for our loved ones who are in need of extra care. Why should we?
It depends on us.
Yeah, actually, why should okay? So the main reason, like we mentioned, we talked about the taboo earlier, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people in Asian culture, especially, they expect the children to take care of them. They expect, that filial duty of the children to keep you in your own home and take care of you. But sometimes the capacity of the children is not enough to take care of the parents. And not only, time capacity and all, but emotional capacity sometimes. We have our own stress at work and this and that. So we don't have the capacity to take care of parents in this case, but we want them to be at home. We want that maternal or paternal figure at home. So in these cases, we recommend hiring a nurse from us, and we will come and take care of you, and in the comfort of your own homes. Even sometimes you have siblings, where they have the parents have to move around and different siblings' house. We can arrange for those kind of situations as well, where the nurse follows the patient around. So we're trying to fit in with the Asian culture as much as possible. And if that is something that the client is aiming for, that they're targeting for in their family, then Eagle Swings is the way to go.
Clara, do you have anything to add? Why? Why should we hire nurses or caregivers for the elderly from Eagle Swings?
It's like what my son says. Yeah, I have nothing much to say.
Okay.
It all depends. It all depends. Sometimes
Would you want Tama to hire you someone next time if you would you rather go to a home or would you rather stay at home?
Of course I want to stay home.
Okay.
Actually, at what point will you let Dharma take over the whole business completely? Are you planning to retire, take a break and everything?
I know, actually, I'm not very good in these computers. Okay, and these websites and all that. So, and he was giving me a lot of advices.
No,
he really.
When you retire, at any point you retire and hand over the business to me.
Oh, hand over. It all depends whether he wants it or not. My business.
But are you even planning to retire, Clara?
Not at the moment.
Not anytime soon.
Okay, you know what?
This business can go on until I'm alive.
Wow. Okay. Don't ever stop working, right? Yeah, I like that.
It's giving it. Is it making you feel fulfilled even at this age, at 60?
Yes.
Having a job like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though sometimes we go through stress, because of clients and nurses and things like that. But okay, and my son is here to help me out, so I can go on.
Are you very proud of your son, Clara?
Very, very proud of him.
Well, that is so nice to see a mother and son team in a business. And because we've invited you on Free Plug Friday, we want to give you that marketing boost. JD and I have actually recorded for your business a radio ad.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. So we are going to play you this radio ad right now. So here it is.
Okay, let's hear.
Wait.
Quick one. Just checking to see whether you can hear this. Can you hear this? Can you hear that
Can
sound?
you hear ting tong ting
Yes,
tong?
yes. Yeah, that's sound. Yes.
Okay. Just checking the
Just checking
sound.
the audio.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
They were providers.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Role models.
You're everything I would like to be.
It's time to give back.
Now you can fly higher than an eagle.
Because They deserve the best.
'Cause we'll be the wind beneath your wings.
Our nurses are highly trained professionals with compassion and responsibility. Trust us with your loved ones for the best healthcare and private home nursing services anywhere in the country. For more information, go to eagleswingsnursing.com. Eagles Wings Private Nursing and Caregivers.
We are the wind beneath your wings.
Wow. That's
What do
amazing.
you think?
Oh, I'm so amazed. Yeah, so happy.
That's amazing. That's amazing.